So because I used the boat earlier, I parked it out in the ocean, and it's still sitting there. I anchored it there, waiting for us. So we're going to go east on W45. And then we're going to take the ramp north on N1. Getting a massive frame rate drop. I'm not sure what that's from. Nothing's changed. Other than maybe the quarries are getting closer or something. Okay, so here's the boat. We're going to go ahead and pull up anchor. And go to the steering column, which is right here. Fix that. And turn the ship on. So we're going to start a swing all the way around the country. And we're going to start by going north here. We're going to go around Forest Coast. Actually, I disagree. I want to try and cut this out to the areas that we haven't explored. And interesting thing, there are 3 natural canals that actually exist through here. The north one fits only medium-sized ships. The south one fits only small-sized ships. And the middle one is big enough for all 3 ships. Geez, what in the world is causing this frame rate drop? Okay, so this we're taking the small canal now. This actually connects all the way through. It's a natural canal. It connects all the way through to the Comstock coast on the inside of the continent in North Bay. In other words, it connects the Adium Ocean with North Bay. Okay, we're in the interior waters now, and once we just get off of that sandbar, okay, the frame rate is so atrocious, I can't even draw. This is not funny. All of a sudden we get 14 FPS. What's the deal here? And now we've gone up again. Now we have 23. So let's hope we don't go back down to 14, and let's just hope that it was something to do with the quarry, and we'll avoid it now. So you can see that path there we're making for to go through there. That's our way through these forested islands to North Bay. And we're going to start on the coast of North Bay first. Oh, and there's also a number of really neat natural landmarks that we found. Sky City is one of them, and it has several islands that look a lot like this, but they're much larger. Another interesting place is rounded rectangle sea tunnel, and it is a tunnel that is so enormous, I could drive, if I took off my tower on my the cruise ship plan that I have, I could drive it through there. So it's low on the water, but it's wide, it's very wide, and it's deep. So I could drive almost anything through. Okay, we're now passing onto this map, I think. Yeah. We should be on this map now. Aha, there we are. Now, I forget the name of this town. It's got to be information from it somewhere. So we're going to get off every once in a while and explore the terrain. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. And this should allow us to get to know the place better. Okay, so we're in the wasteland, as it's called, and as you can see, this is sort of like a metallic sand. It turns the water a nasty color. Oh wow, this is actually hard stone. Let's see what this is. So this is cracked sand. I don't know what I can do with it, but I'm going to go ahead and collect some. Again, making sure that I don't destroy the natural environment, but in case you haven't had a look around, it's not like there's really that much to destroy. What do we got here? Can I even collect this stuff? Doesn't look like I can collect this stuff. Some sort of weird material. So there were also pits of sludge and other nasty things here. But meanwhile, we're coming up on our first night. Probably of many nights. So we're going to go ahead and get going now. Again, I'm going to see if I can fix this frame rate. It's ruining the journey. Okay, hopefully this is better. My oh my. Well, look who decided to be irritating today. Okay, and we're going to go up to night vision here, so we can still see what we're doing. And eventually we're going to go off the end of even this map, and when that happens we're going to have to rely on only our sole observations for what exists. We're going to go straight across now, and we're going to get off at the next interesting thing, which is this weird snow stuff that I saw. So we'll go ahead and stop it here. Put the boarding device down. Okay, so let's see what we have here. It's a tundra. Wow. I didn't know we were that far north. Apparently, this is the Great Central Norsden Land tundra. And why are there so many pigs? I do not know. I'm gonna give this spider a run for his... Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. There we go. On second thought, I'm not going to because, yeah. So let's get out of here. So we have 2 biomes named, wastelands, tundra, and now it's time to go to that weird, colorful rainbow forest and see what that is. I'm going to pop into this presumed cove here just to map out this as well. Okay, yeah, it is a cove, so we're going to go ahead and turn around. So it also appears that the lands around here are mostly frozen dunes, and when not dunes, tundra. So the fact that nothing grows here tells me that North Bay is cold. Like it holds cold air and funnels it down into Norsden Land, because this. We're not that far north. We can't be above 50 degrees because I think, yes, we're still south of Forest Coast. We would be on the third map if we were north of Forest Coast, which we won't have. So that's rather interesting. We're only at 40 degrees north, yet there's tundra everywhere. I'm going to bet that it does have to do something with North Bay. Okay, we're approaching that area where I saw the colorful forest. The map does not do it justice. It's not green at all. It's mostly purple and red with some orange. I'm not sure why it appears green on there, but it's not. It wasn't that color when I saw it, at least. Yet there it is now. It's beginning to appear on the left side of the map. And yes, like I saw it earlier, there you can see red and purple trees. Let's see what this is. Okay, so this must be where the tundra ends, is right here, although it does cover the areas to the south. Ooh, this is an autumn woods biome. That is really cool. There's like some sort of toadstools here. What do we have? Toadstool. They are toadstools. This looks like a really cool biome with lots of interesting new things that are actually useful, unlike the other one. I'm going to wait until dawn, and then we'll continue exploring this. Now this is very interesting. I took refuge in this sea cave here. Uh-oh. I don't like that sound. I took refuge in this sea cave when I destroyed a skeleton and found this whirlpool. Oh my gosh, it's an underground cave. So it's a whirlpool to an underground area. That's interesting. It's not very large, though. I kind of expected the water to be flowing somewhere. Oh! Oh my goodness. Yes, most certainly the water is flowing into here. So, yes, it does have a, it does have an outflow. This is very interesting. It's a whirlpool that extends underground. Autumn woods biome, everyone. Gotta be appreciated. It looks like it's dawn now, so we're gonna go ahead and make a return to the surface. It's interesting. I should ask the natives around here. Oh. I'll bet that this pool... Yes! Perfect. I'll bet that this pool has appeared in legends before, because it just seems like one of those ones that would be. Wow, now, is it all of this autumn woods? Because it's quite steep for woods. I'm not sure why it's so steep. It's like a small mountain range, actually. In fact, you know what? It is a mountain range. I don't think I've ever seen terrain this high in Norsden Land. Oh my gosh. Yes, I don't recall seeing terrain any higher than this. Wow, yeah, we've just broken level 90. And it's still going up. Yeah, this is a mountain range. Okay, so Norsden Land has a mountain range. 91? We're gonna break 100. Jeez, we're probably higher than my tower in Norsden Land. That's crazy. So there's orange trees, and there's yellow trees, there's green trees, and there's purple trees, and there's red trees as well. Wow. It's every color of autumn. I'm going to have to cut one of these down and see what we get. I hate destroying such a beautiful ecosystem, but, well, I'm not going to destroy it. I'm just going to take some... It's a frozen lake. We have ice. And we have snow. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to have to pick a tree. I don't want it to be high up, though. It's going to get another toadstools to see if these can be made into like a soup of some kind. I like this one here. This is a pretty tree. So we're going to see if we can get a sapling from this, and hopefully two. One to replant, and the other to take home with us. And then after this, we'll get back into the boat and then continue around. See how far this goes. I don't know how far this goes, but actually, we won't be near the coast for much longer because, according to the map, which has been right ever since, we're here. And then we end here, which means we have to turn around and go north from there. Come on, give me a sapling. Ooh, we got something! And it's not, oh my gosh, it's not an oak sapling. It's a purple autumn sapling. That is a beautiful tree. And yes, perfect. We've got one to take home with us. Got two. I'm going to do the same with the orange one as well. I don't care much for the green ones because they look normal. Also, the yellow isn't that attractive either. So we're going to go ahead and go with the purple and the orange. And then later on we'll come back for the, I guess that's red and green. The purple and orange trees are really nice. It looks like there's 4 trees here from what I can tell. Orange autumn sapling. Beautiful. So there's orange trees, and there's red trees, and there's yellow trees, and then there's brown trees, and there's green trees. So that's Wait, no, that's a red tree. So there's yellow trees, orange trees, red trees, and there's 5 trees. Yellow trees, orange trees, red trees, purple trees, and green trees. Okay, so that's all of them. I want that biome as a national park. That's fantastic. I mean, there you can see now the purple trees and the red trees and the orange trees and the green trees and the yellow trees. That's fantastic. I totally want that as a national park. And this area just like it's the stuff of legends is what it is, because it's a nice mountain range. And there's all sorts of weird things in there like the whirlpool and stuff. Oh, that stinks. There's a piece of land here. There's an isthmus blocking the way. It's bigger than I expected, so I'm going to get off here. Ow. I'm going to get off here and continue exploring. And when I'm done, we'll come back to the video, and I'll explain how you'll look at the map. This biome has to be the most fantastic place in Norsden Land. It has everything. It has these sand dunes. It has higher mountains. It has this lava pool. It just keeps on getting more incredible as you go west. And then, what the heck is this? Like, it's this giant overhang thing. This is just like that tunnel. The tunnel that we went past. This is fantastic. It also looks like the end of the biome, but oh my gosh, what an end. It's like it goes out with a bang. Just like a fantastic musical piece. And it gives way back to the tundra. See, what I don't understand is if North Bay is cold and the tundra's cold, how can this biome exist? And maybe that's what it is the trees are constantly in autumn color because they cannot handle the warm deciduous temperatures because they've never existed. That is incredible. I'm going to go update the map. Okay, so the map has been updated. Oh, I'm going to need to update it again because there's more autumn woods, which is not a bad thing. That's a very good thing. So we followed it west, but it looks like it continues north. Wow, we spent a whole day in that biome. But it was worth it. I mean, this stuff is like the stuff of legends. I'm not even kidding. Like, of all the stuff I've seen... Oh, yeah, and I still need to update one more thing. This is a fantastic sunset. I didn't expect the autumn woods to be this big, but they're going to the north as well, along with the tundra, which is surprising. So I'll come back to the ship after night, along with the video. I'm sorry I keep coming back to this. This is the most beautiful forest I have ever seen in my entire life. It's that fantastic. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to be leaving it now so that I don't get any creepers to blow it up. Okay, now this is the joke that I was making that I wanted to do with that spider. See, what you do is you wait for them to come close, and then, oh, I'm sorry, you missed me. You'll get me on the next jump, I guarantee. Oh, you missed me again. I'm so sorry. Oh. You'll get me next time. Oh. See, and then what you do is, when they get really mad at you... That was fun. Wow, there's even autumn woods on the east side of this. Oh my goodness. This biome is bigger than I ever hoped it would be. But of course it can never be too big. I wouldn't mind if every last inch of Norsden Land were covered in autumn woods biome. It's that good. Okay, so we're going to leave this now. We're re-entering North Bay, and we're going to continue along the coast here to the north. And we're going to lose this map soon because we're running out of space for it to be displayed. Oh, actually, we're not in North Bay yet. We have to go through this pass of sand here, and then we'll be in North Bay again. Uh-oh. We got rung up on something there. A sandbar of some sorts. Okay. I'm going to try and back us out. No problem. Alright, we'll just continue around to the south. Meanwhile, it's daytime again, which is always a good thing. We get stuck again. Ugh, there's sandbars all over the place. Now we're going to do it again. Okay, now we're free again in North Bay. Jeez. Hopefully the water here will go west so that we can see the autumn woods biome again, and then we can just follow it up north. Yes, there it is. It's still there. Uh-oh. All that black stuff tells me that there's a lot of oil. Oh my gosh. You know what we have to do now? Can I jump two of them at once? Oh, if I can get from... Oh my gosh, we reached 91 meters. Here comes the second one. Oh my gosh, 90 meters again. That was fun. So apparently North Bay is full of oil just like the Gulf of Mexico. So if there's ever anything that we want to do with oil, it should be here in North Bay. Oh my gosh. Those are so much fun to jump. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and update the map again because we're moving north once more. I imagine that system of jumping would be an excellent way for an elevator if I ever have to do an elevator in the future. Okay, going back west again. Oh my gosh, the autumn woods biome just won't quit. That's perfect. I'm going to go ahead and update the map again. Okay, we're all set for the northward leg of the journey now. Very soon we'll be entering the region of North Norsden Land. This is the point that sticks up above Forest Coast, and we're going to be going north of the Forest Point location very soon. Oh, now the forest appears to have reverted. That does not look like autumn woods anymore. That looks like regular woods. So, it appears we've reached the end. Although now it looks like we have a deciduous forest. At least it's solid land. because it would be very embarrassing to have not only the east coast but also the west coast have be half water, because I wouldn't like Norsden Land to be calculated in the it's a simple forest. I wouldn't like Norsden Land to be calculated in the although it looks like something's a little bit different up ahead. I wouldn't like them to be calculating for... Oh my goodness. It just goes up and up and up. We're going to have to climb that. Just as Zebulon Pike did. So, yeah, as I was saying... Actually, I'm going to have to update the map as well. I forget what I was going to say. We're just climbing it. Okay, so this just looks like a normal forested hills biome as well. Okay, so we have two mountain ranges. The first one is in the autumn woods biome, and then there's this monster. And we're at 83 now. Wow, this is going to surpass that autumn woods biome for sure. We're at 97, and it's still going up. We've broken 100 now. And it still goes up. 105... 110, 118, and we can still go up on these leaves here. That is insane. We are as high as the clouds now. We've never been this high before. Oh my gosh, this is Norsden Land, people. Only 2,500 miles from New Venice. This is a fantastic view. If there was one postcard from Norsden Land, it's here. And oh my goodness. Jeez, look at those cliffs. Northern Norsden Land, everybody. Just head northwest. My oh my, the east is quite boring as compared with this. Oh, I was hoping that would... I was going to try and cliff jump, but that's not possible. Oh my goodness, this hill... How high did we see? 120. Or something about like that. That is insane. Even in the old world, I never found... There were no mountains in the old world that looked this tall. This has got to be the highest... this has got to be the highest mountain in this part of the New World. In possibly the entire world. I haven't seen all of the old world, but it's probably... Just, wow. I cannot believe it. Just the amount of stuff out here is just incredible. The east had swamps. This has just amazing scenery as far as the eye can see. Especially from the top of that mountain. That has got to be the most spectacular view in Norsden Land. Let's get a quick picture of that peak. And what is this? It looks like there's some water up ahead that's too shallow for me to navigate, which is going to suck. Yeah, well, why is it so shallow in here? Let's see if we can run up on the sandbar here. Okay, so we can get into here, but we're going to get stopped right here. So just more forest, looks like. And this is solid forest, not like the forest of the east, which had islands and lakes and stuff. This is solid land forest here. We're about to go off the map now, which is going to really suck. Because now we won't be able to to keep track of the distance. Yes, we've just gone off the map there. So now we're relying solely off of observations with the coast. And this is quite a large forest, might I add. So there is another shore cave, no doubt created by erosion. We may have to split this up into a couple episodes. You may indeed be watching like the second or third episode, because it's just, what we're asking right now is just insane. We're going around the whole continent, which could be over 10,000 miles, which is insane. And the great part is, the whole while we're out here, we're getting rich back at home. Those quarries are going to be dumping so many materials into my chests, which hopefully aren't overflowing, because that would really suck. So you may notice every couple seconds the video kind of... Oh man, another day again? What is this? Tomorrow's probably going to be our 4th day out or something. Wow, we've come back east again. We're still in North Norsden Land, though. And we're getting pretty far west now, though. I was going to say, you may notice that the picture stops every once in a while. That's because I have to continually update my map. Or I won't have a accurate read of what's out here. Oh, come on now. Stupid sandbar. I'm glad the lagging problem stopped, because it's really allowed us to enjoy this vast forest. It still goes on. I wonder how... I have no idea how thick it might be, but it's a solid forest. It's not like the eastern ones. It's just covers everything. And everything is land. So that explains our boats. Boats are not good in the west, which is fine, because they're good in the east. But this is where our trains are really going to shine, is in here, where we cannot... oh, it looks like the terrain is changing again. And now, that's interesting, it looks like the east again. Because there's islands again, I think. We should be getting pretty close to the farthest north... Oh dear. Okay, we're good. A little bit of a lag spike there. And not forest, but farthest. We're not naming it that, of course, because there's no forests here. What? Okay, none like the East Coast. We'll say that much. We're gonna have to turn around here in this cove thing. But this is we're getting close to the furthest north point of Norsden Land. We are north of Forest Point now, because Forest Point was about 8,500, around 8,800 for the north coordinate, and we're now in the 9,000s. So we're above Forest Point now. Well, not above, but we're further north than it. Yeah, we're going back east here. This wasn't on the map, actually. Or was it? It was indeed on the map, actually. And look at how far west we are now. We're 2,800 miles from New Venice. We're probably going to break 3,000 soon. We may even break 4,000 before we get around the other side of North Norsden Land. This looks like the end of the eastward portion here, so we're going to go ahead and turn north now. Interesting, there's kind of a cove over there. this is a massive, expansive northern forest. It's still here. And now we're turning westward again. We have broken 3,000 miles from New Venice. We're now 3,000 miles, eagle's flight to New Venice. Even in this fast boat, that's just so far. It'd take several minutes to get there. Again, why we have to create the fast trains, so that we can get up here faster. It's funny, these things aren't almost fun anymore after the North Bay oil geysers. Those were just incredible how high they would send you. And why do you two have dirt blocks there? Stop destroying my natural environment. You know what I think we're going to do? It's going to be even long if we break it into a couple episodes. I'm actually going to stop the journey when we get to... Jeez, and still the forest is here. I'm going to stop the journey. That looks like a shallow river there. And more floating islands there. I'm going to stop it when we get to the other side of the west coast opposite New Venice. The exact opposite location on the coast across from it. And the port there is Eastport. So naturally you're on the west coast and you think, well, what's that name there? We'll call that Westport. And I think there is a bay there that we can go ahead and anchor in. And that's where we will end at least my segment of Norsden Land, because even for me, this, I can't imagine how many episodes. This could very well be the 4th episode. But I mean, this is getting long even for me. I won't be able to keep going for much longer. I think it's safe to assume now that this forest is the king of North Norsden Land. I was about to say, is this it? Are we going down again? But no, we're still going north. We're at 9,800, and we're now out of North Bay, and we're pretty much on the north coast now, on the polar ocean. So to the north of us would be the North Pole. I don't know how far though, because I assume we're not north of latitude 70 degrees. But nevertheless, we are very far north right now. According to my calculations, very soon we will be going off even the exploration map that I have set here. Meaning I have absolutely no idea what could be beyond as we continue towards the very top of Norsden Land. We are about to break 10,000. We have broken 10,000 miles from the reference mark. And we are approaching 4,000 miles from New Venice. This is a completely different means of isolation. We are so far isolated now, and we're so far north. I haven't seen any native villages. I've seen no native villages in a long time. That tells you that we're so far north now, no one wants to endure. This is interesting. The land at the very top is becoming fractured. I'm going to guess that that's because of sea ice. This must be the summer. And are we going back down again? So we broke 10,000. Was that it? Are we now going back down? I thought it went further north than that. According to my map, we only just barely, like, we're coming back onto the Oh, you gotta be kidding me. According to my map, we only just briefly left, how do you like that, right in the ocean? We only just briefly left the map, and now we're back onto it. So there was nothing. There was literally nothing there except a sand dune. And it looks like we're coming down the west coast now. So I welcome you. Actually, we're still not 100% sure if this is it. We'd have to go south for quite a while before I'm fully convinced that we're on the west coast. So let's go ahead and check that now. So we may have gone around the top, but not necessarily means we're on the west. We're still on the north coast, and we will be for a while. We're now still bordering the polar ocean. And yet it looks like our forest still... I'm losing track of where we're going. And yet it looks like our forest still accompanies us. So it's still here after all this. Like I said, the forest may very well be king of North Norsden Land, like the swamp is of East. So North Norsden Land may be nothing more than a giant forest. Which is not bad, because I feel most home in the forests. And they're very healthy, and they condition the land to keep it cool during the summer and somewhat warm during the winter. Ooh, that's not forest, and that's not the coast either. That's a vast expanse of some sort of high desert. Most likely because it's too cold. This may be the end of the forest. Just after I said that, let's go ahead and get off and see what we have here. Still river? Oh no, this is an extreme hills biome. So now this is our third mountain range in Norsden Land. I have no... Oh my gosh. That is a mountain. I don't think it's bigger than the mountain, but it's a mountain. It's a pretty big mountain. It makes anything from the... certainly shrinks anything from the autumn woods biome look small now. So I presume we're on the north coast now. I'm going to go ahead and update. We have now reached the northernmost part of Norsden Land. And very soon we shall reach the westernmost part of Norsden Land that juts out from the... I forgot to eat. That juts out from the west coast. Several thousand miles into the western ocean. Yeah, this looks like a tundra in summer right now. There's nothing here. We're going back north again. It's a tundra with ice cliffs and ice mountains. Ooh, look out for that. A lava geyser and a water geyser right next to each other. Did that cow just fall? It appeared as if that cow fell off the island there. Well, we're going back the other way now. We're going east again. So it very well may be again... Whoa, that was close. Very well may be again that just as the forest was plentiful almost everywhere, it appears that this mountain range as well seems to be everywhere. Okay, it appears that this is the northernmost portion of this section. No, we're going north again. Huh. Oh, or is that an island? That looks like an island. So all of the beaches have disappeared. I guess there's no sand when there's nothing but permafrost up this far north. We have to be around latitude 70 degrees because there's evidence of ice. Those are ice cliffs in there. No doubt cut by ice. We have to be above latitude 70 degrees. That is a really tall mountain. And some of these mountains might actually... I don't see any that come all the way up to the clouds, but these mountains just might give that forested mountain a run for its money. So it looks like we've now turned. We're coming south again. Let's go ahead and update the map. Yes, according to my calculations, we're coming south again. Although we're still not yet. We're here, and we're still not over to the west coast yet. So this is still the north coast. And we're going to be spending a lot of time in these fjords. Before we come west again. And ooh, we're going to have to get through here real quickly now. Quickly now. There's an erupting volcano. Not like we're in a rush here. Any hour now. Thank you. Just in time. That was close. We nearly had our things set on fire by a volcano. So we're still north of the second map, which means we're probably still north, yes, because 9,700 Forest Coast is at 8,500, so we are still north of Forest Coast. In the beginning, when we were looking through the swamp biome, after going west out of New Venice for the first time, I had been concerned that the swamp biome might be the only biome present on Norsden Land. But I see now we have a plethora of almost everything in the world, from what I can tell. The only thing we don't have is a desert, and we have sand dunes. So, and yes, we have a jungle too. So... So as to say, I'm now very happy at the amount of stuff we have. Wow, what a cliff. That is a really, really high cliff. Man, Norsden Land sure spends a lot of time up north of Forest Coast. We're still north of Forest Coast. Interesting how there's no more dunes here. Although I suspect that will end once we go below the frost line again. Somewhere in the mid-50s, I would presume. Wow, the terrain's really beginning to get broken up. I'm surprised why this isn't covered in ice right now, because there's evidence of frost wedging everywhere. If you look at how jagged that terrain is, not even Scotland is that jagged. A double-peaked peninsula. What could it mean? We're going southeast. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the West Coast. We have now entered the Eardathus Ocean for the first time. This is the ocean directly opposite Adium. If we look at the map of Norsden Land here, to the east is the Adium Ocean, to the west is the Eardathus Ocean. We have now entered the Eardathus Ocean. And very soon now, we should be approaching... this is, by the way, why it's been pausing all the time. Actually, oh my gosh, we're still a long way away from that jut out from the peninsula. Something just changed. That looks like thick vegetation. We're still north, though. We're still, oh, that's perfect. The sunset. I'm going to have to go on land now for the first time in a long time. We're still north of Forest Coast. We're probably at 60 degrees north latitude. And yet, that looks like thick vegetation. What in the world is this? Oh my gosh! I think we've discovered the tallest mountain in the world. This undoubtedly, this for sure overcomes that first mountain we saw in the forest. The Great Mountain is not the tallest mountain in Norsden Land. This sets a new limit, and we're going to have to climb it overnight. As for a biome diagnosis, this looks like a jungle, but we're too far north. Which means that this is a... what's that word? This is most definitely it. It's a temperate rainforest, which can occur in a northern region. As you can see here, it covers the Alaska coast, which is above 60 degrees north latitude, as well as portions of Norway, which goes as far north as 65 degrees. This looks very much like what we have in Norsden Land. If you look at this picture here, you can see the very steep slopes and covering moss and ferns on the ground. This is for sure what we have. I don't know much about these biomes. All I know is that they're incredibly steep and very difficult to navigate. Not even our trains can do here. The only way to navigate this is through flight, if only it were possible. As for my guess as to why this is so thin, my guess is that the trees can only deal with a certain altitude, and they grow on the mountain here, which is why they're all upset. We're going to have a tough time climbing this thing. I'm actually going to wait until morning. There's absolutely no way we can climb this with mobs. I mean, even without. It's amazing how tall this structure is. These mountains here. It's incredible. Don't you dare board my boat. That's my boat. during the night, I'm going to scout a little bit down because I don't want to wait this long without going further to see what's on. We'll be back. Okay, we're ready to climb Mount Monty in the clouds. As crazy and insane as this sounds, I scouted ahead. Mount Monty in the clouds might not be the most tallest mountain in Norsden Land. And those mountains are impossible to climb because they go straight up. There's not... Some of those mountains have no horizontal component. They go straight up all the way up. Like a leg of a table. So, for some mountains, if those are indeed the tallest, we won't find out until we can explore by way of the sky and land on top of them. Otherwise, it would be impossible. So here's the other side of the jungle forest, temperate rainforest. This is a real nightmare to climb. And it's also quite dangerous. We're already at level 90. Oh no! Come on now, it can't rain. Well, after all, it is a rainforest, so I can't blame it. I'm kind of stuck here. There's no real way to... Oop. There we go. Oh my gosh. Don't look down. It's like in those crazy Pac-Man games. You start on the ground, and then after a while of doing the level, you're like insanely high. But this even makes the Pac-Man levels look like they're low. Oh, is this it? 117, 118. Huh. I thought it was taller. Are we on top of it? Yeah, we seem to be on top of it. I think 121 was the current record. So I guess Mount Monty in the clouds ties that record. However, the trees on top of it most certainly go higher. Ooh. That was dangerous. $127 meters. It's insane. And now here comes the even more dangerous task of getting down. Oh dear. made it down. Alright, so we're going to continue south now along the coast, still mainly subtropical rainforest. And very soon we're going to come up to that area where I told you there are possibly mountains that could challenge Mount Monty in the clouds. And they are, it's rather interesting. The geological formation is actually shorter than the Great Mountain, which is now east of us. However, the trees up on top make it taller than it would ordinarily be. Okay, and now we're arriving at those mountains. The ones that I said go straight up. This looks like Angel Falls, Venezuela. That'd be a heck of a place to cliff jump. See what happens if I point my bow into the... actually, no, never mind. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I could get my boat stranded up there, and I got stranded one time at home, and it sucked. If I get stranded this far away from home, our X is 3,000. I'm going to turn around. Let's see how far we are. Just over 4,000 miles. We're 5,500 miles from where our space center is going to be. Insane how far away we are right now. And again, still no natives. But we're coming south. There should be more, and we're nearing up on the westernmost portion of Norsden Land right now. This is it. We've just gone around the section that juts all the way out into the Eardathus Ocean. What in the world is this? Maybe not. Look at that. That's crazy, the amount of water coming out that well, it is raining, I guess. Look at that formation. Wow, the west is the opposite, which, by the way, we've now exited North Norsden Land. We're now in Western Norsden Land, and boy oh boy, Western is the opposite of Eastern. Eastern is flat, and Western is anything but. We've had constant mountains from the end of that forest at the very northern tip. This is it right now. This, which we're about to see come into view of the map, is the westernmost portion of Norsden Land. We've went to the southernmost, we went to the northernmost, we most certainly went to the easternmost, and this is the final frontier corner of Norsden Land, which we're about to cross in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... And here we are, the westernmost portion of Norsden Land, 4,700 miles from New Venice. we're coming back east again to the northwest coasts. Once the lag stabilizes. Maybe my chest's filled up and now it's lagging because of that. I hope that's not the case. So we're going to have so much stuff when we get back there. I hope there's tons of iron too, because I can't stand it when we don't get that much iron. Oh my gosh. Taller than Monty of the Clouds, or in the clouds, we won't know. We won't know until we can build some sort of device that can fly and reach the top. Oh, shallow water alert. Man, what a massive sandbar. We have to turn all the way around. I think this is so long, I think we're going to spend an episode exploring the westernmost portions of Norsden Land, because this is crazy how long this is taking. So I'm going to go ahead and get off when we get to that harbor that I was looking for so long. Still probably 1,000 miles from it. And on a lighter note, we're under 4,000 miles from New Venice again. I will tell you, I'm surprised I've been able to keep my bearings. Getting lost at the Space Center, I was concerned about this, but it seems I haven't lost my way. I know exactly where I am, and I can tell that because we just went around that huge jut. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and stop. Okay, that's the top. I was going to say. Let's stop and wait till we see the top before we continue on, just to confirm. Because, I mean, obviously, if something were twice as high as the clouds, I surely doubt that would be possible. But if it were, we would be able to tell. And we're lagging again. Still going. The sun just set behind Norsden Land, which is now, well, all of Norsden Land now is to the east of us. As crazy as that sounds. Holy mackerel. It's another giant mountain. Western Norsden Land, people. Incredible the size and scale of these mountains. That looks like a little bit different vegetation now. We're also getting further south. We're actually 7,000. We're actually only about 1,000 blocks north of where New Venice is, indicating that we are getting very close to the within 1,000 miles now of that western harbor that I was looking for. Now, somewhere along here, there's a big cove that extends pretty far into the lane, sort of like goes really far back. But it's not the harbor that I'm looking for. This could be it right here. Maybe not. That's not nearly far enough. We may be in it already, and I just don't. Yeah, I think we're actually inside it, and I didn't even realize it. If we have to turn around here, then we'll know for sure. More stuffs. adjust the volume. This is a good place to anchor. I think we're just going to wait here for the storm to stop. So meanwhile, let me show you guys. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. So according to the map, I believe we're anchored in this sort of bay. What we're aiming for to end the episode and next episode is to get down into this thing here, this bay. We're going to go ahead and anchor here and spend an episode on the west coast. And this place here has a lot of significance because if we go due east, here's New Venice. So it's virtually opposite the east coast. This corner here is called Eastport, so we'll call this corner Westport. And then we'll have a nice little train line to go between them, if you call that reference. Okay, and we have so much extra stuff now. I'm going to go ahead and dump all of the special things that aren't typically found, and then I'll put our monster products down here. This is extra food. In fact, let's cook that up right now. So that's a perfect 8. And we actually have enough leather to finish off the item things. We have 5 of them so far, so we can just craft the rest of them now. Actually, that's going to take a lot of wood, so now we can. There's some spruce wood, which as I recall is somewhat rare. We'll keep the leather and the water bucket on us because those are important. Monster product. Torches belong down there. And I don't know what we're going to do with... Oh, the storm stopped. What the heck is that? Look at the size of those trees. What the heck is that? This isn't the jungle anymore. What the? We're not. All right, I gotta check this out. It still kind of looks like the jungle because it goes up really high from the coast here, like cliffs. These trees are massive. What the heck are they? I'm gonna actually get back into the boat. 2 reasons. One is that. Another is it looks like we've actually been in this biome for quite some time. Morning is arriving soon as well, so we'll go ahead and hoist anchor. And okay, so we're gonna hoist anchor now, and we're just gonna keep on going now because morning is going to break in an hour or two. But I want to find that biome changeover because I did not. I plotted this as jungle, and clearly it's something else. Seems to be jungle without the underbrush. But oh my gosh, those look like you know what these? Oh my gosh, you know what these things look like? They look like those old style pipe cleaner trees that you would buy, and then you would like the Christmas trees, and then you'd basically stack stuff on them. So you'd start out with like a base, and then you add like a layer of branches that go out from the stem, and you keep on adding them. So like each one of those is like a layer of one of those. That looks like the Yeah, the trees here are different. This looks like the biome division is right about here. Yeah, that's the temperate rainforest. Okay, so I dropped anchor, and let's see what we got here. These trees are just insane. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was close. These stupid pathfinding things. Ooh. Man, we're picking up creeper heads all over the place. Okay, so morning is coming. I want to get there a long time before nightfall. Yeah, it's a... I don't know why. That doesn't seem like the same biome we were in. But either way, I think it's a thicker version of what we were in before. The subtropical rainforest. Just a little bit larger now, I think, because we're a little bit further south. As for this, lush redwoods biome. These are redwoods. That's what they are. Wow. Norsden Land, its own redwood forest. Oh my gosh. That is cool. It has updated the exploration map, so we are good to go. It's been corrected. So now this is no longer jungle as I thought it was. Okay, now this is what I was concerned about. When I was at the Space Center, I was concerned I would get lost. I'm disoriented again, because that's east, but it feels like south, and that feels like east, but it's north. It's really confusing. Okay, we're setting off now for, I guess it's the Bay of Westport. I haven't named it yet. We still haven't confirmed its existence. We have to confirm its existence first, because we haven't seen it yet. Uh-oh, we're heading east again. We need to head south. I can't believe that. A redwood forest. We have to cut down one of those trees and see how much wood we get from it. That's going to be... Actually, that's going to be a journey of itself. What's up with the terrain? I'm going to check the map because this looks foreign to me. According to the map, there's supposed to be a large island right near the end of that bay. And there should be two channels. One of them goes between the mainland and the island. The other goes between the ocean and the bay. Okay, so this is still the Redwoods biome, I see. It looks like. Oh, this might be it. We're sort of entering something. Alright, yeah, that's probably the island. Yep, I think that's the island. I think we're here. That's got to be the island. So, I want a strong point on the western coast, and it needs to have deep waters where I can park my large boat in. We're going to need 7 meters of clearance. So hopefully there's a navigable way of 7 meters within here. But as for as for the map, I think this definitely has to be it. This is most likely the harbor right here. Assuming it doesn't connect back to the ocean, which I'm hoping, because it's safe from... yes, indeed. This is Westport. And Westport is surrounded by redwoods. That's awesome. So, how about that? Okay. Dropped anchor again. So we'll go ahead and get off. We're going to need more boarding dirt later. Welcome to Westport. And oh my gosh, is it such a beautiful place. My, oh my. And some of these, like, look at this one. It's ridiculous how high they go. Like, I had to climb one of them. That goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 unique bowels. That's incredible. Like, we're going to have to spend time and time again. I'm glad I allotted time to explore Westport. Oh my god. Those trees reach the clouds. Okay, we're here and it's noon, which means we need to start doing stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. And the next episode will be at Westport. So this has been Norsden Land to Neso, episode 17. And I will see you guys back here next time. Bye.